Hello, I'm David Kong, and this is my presentation on spring hares. The spring hare is found in southwest Africa and in countries that include Kenya, Tanzania, and a few others. It tends to like open and dry savannas where they can leap freely and build their burrows under the sand. The spring hare is a herbivore and it eats plants and fruits that it can find in this dry habitat. When it comes to rearing children, only an average of 1 to 3 infant spring hares are born to a single female each year. Although it's called a spring hare, it's actually not related to rabbits or hares. They are considered rodents. They were closely categorized with the jerboa, as pictured on the bottom right, but are now recognized as a separate group of rodents. Um, their closest relatives are currently only found as fossils because they are the only living rodents of their kind. Though it may be hard to see, spring hares have very sharp claws they use to burrow underground. They also rarely travel far from their burrow. The biggest challenge that spring hares face is that their habitat is being lost in the form of human activity. As settlements, ranching, and fencing increase, they slowly lose the open space they need to survive. Because they eat mostly plants and fruits, they are locally hunted as pests. The crops of farmers such as corn, wheat, and potatoes have become a part of the spring hare's diet through no fault of their own. Although they are not considered severely threatened or endangered, they were listed as vulnerable according to the African Wildlife Foundation in 1996. As more land becomes protected, spring hares can thrive more freely. Through education and help from the locals, they can limit and manage the hunting and killing of spring hares. Conservation of spring hares has to start locally because local populations can be easily uh, decimated. The International Union for Conservation of Nature recommends that population and hunting trends be monitored so that spring hare numbers can be at safe levels. To prevent spring hares to be killed as pets, food needs to be more readily available in these dry environments. Genetic engineering crops to be more drought resistant or require less water to grow can achieve this. Although some forms of this genetic trait can already be produced, they still have side effects that need to be addressed before larger production is considered. As for the question of bringing spring hares to Mars if humans were to colonize it, I think the answer is yes. And here are my sources.